Go do your thing, Ma. Just don't eat poop. Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. Is it Wednesday? Yep, got it right. No, it's Tuesday. Almost got it right. That means Allie's birthday is in T-minus Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 days. I can count. I went to college.
What you doing there? Are you doing yoga with me this morning? I mean, that's cute and all, but... Oh, there we go. Yes, very nice. Incredible move. It's called the downward kitty. And that's called the spaz kitty. Oh, there you go. Elongate the spine. You nervous, bud? It's okay. It's okay. At least the tail's wagging, that's a good sign. I just got back with Diesel from the vet. He had to get his vaccinations. He was not very happy with me. It's like every year, every 3 years? I think they do it every 3 years.
Yeah, vaccinations.
So,
well, it depends which one it is.
I don't know if I really mentioned it in the vlogs yet, but Diesel had a couple episodes where he would kind of stare off and then he would shake a little bit and his teeth would chatter, and it really made me nervous. I didn't know what was going on. I talked to the vet again today and got more blood work basically done to see if he potentially was having actual seizures, which of course I'm freaking out and terrified, and you kind of like you think the worst, and I hate to do that, but I think you think the worst to kind of like prepare yourself for if it is the worst. However, got the blood test done and everything came back crystal clear. His blood work was really, really good. So that's wonderful. However, if it happens again, my vet said to make sure that I go ahead and I film it. That way she can get a better idea of what's going on. But what she thinks it is just kind of like a muscle spasm, being the fact that he's older. Dogs get arthritic. We all know that he's got a pretty loud mouth, so he could be getting arthritis like in his neck or in his jaw, and that could be causing that, all the stiffness, and then chattering is just kind of like it reacting to being stiff. Yeah, I feel a lot of relief. I was very, very nervous today. They had to shave part of his neck and I felt so bad. He was shaking so much. I don't know about you guys, but I freak out so much when I go to the vet. I freak out more than I think the dog does. I know that they don't really know what's going on, and I know what's going on, so my mind races and goes to like the worst spot ever. Even if it's something routine like, hey, go in just to make sure that he's doing okay, I still think the worst. Or if he's going in to get a teeth cleaning, I still think the worst. So he does have a little infection again on his mouth, which we saw that one coming because Diesel, you're my dog that has so many issues, bud, but you're still the cutest, and I hope you don't hate me too much anymore. He was hating me for a while. Naturally, when I come home, they all start singing. Goes with Marley, and then Zoe starts doing it, and then Diesel with his girly voice. They're probably gonna do it again.
Oh, what was that, bud? Ricky, learning to talk? Speak! Good girl. Hey, speak. Alright, act like a worm. Good job. She mimics what Marley does. It's hilarious. Rika, speak. Rika. Good job. Speak. Speak. All right, time to replace this little guy. So that way we have this guy, and then we have what I'm filming here, and then eventually we'll replace this one.
This guy, and we have this guy, and we have these guys. We're gonna go to the gun show or the beach.
Just nod your head. That's what I've noticed in our relationship, just nod your head. So one of the cameras are in the hospital. I was talking with a guy, and for the A6300, I'm noticing that it's quite heavy versus using this. So with the lens and then the, what is this, is the power zoom, the mechanism in there just makes it so much heavier. So I went and I looked, and I found this really cool, if I can find it with one hand. So it's the Sony 16mm one. It's just a single, like, flat, that's all it is. It's just a nice little, but yeah, this is just a simple little lens. It's only got a 16mm, no zoom or anything like that, but when this goes on to the 6300, especially for vlogging, no longer does that camera feel like it's going like this because of the weight. It's probably going to feel just like using that. I think this is going to be the one of the...
This is not glam, what is?
I don't know.
Fun. Welcome to my glam.
We're literally about to buy one of the weirdest random things.
I'm being fun asking. You want to see my glamorous song?
Anyway, so we're about to buy one of the most random things I think we've ever bought in the vlogs. A dumper seat. Get a dumper seat. Allie had a little bit of an issue the other night.
I had a powerful moment.
She didn't really. Although, that'd be a better story though.
Can you do a slow-mo of this?
I'm not doing a slow-mo, so it just makes you look weird. Have you ever been down a toilet seat aisle? Or toilet aisle?
By mistake.
By mistake? You still doing it? By the way, I realized the first couple clips of this thing were kind of faded, and I'm trying to figure out the different picture profiles. Oh, that was lovely. Good job, Zoe. Also though, look at this. Okay, I figured this out. When I talk like this, it used to suck, right? But now when I'm talking like this, like Diesel, D, good boy. Now you guys can hear me. What it was this stupid thing. Actually, it's not stupid. It's actually very practical. But a dead cat fuzzy little wind dampener thing. So when that was on it, it just basically pointed everything to one direction, which is, you know, what it's supposed to do as a shotgun mic. However, when it's off, it's got more microphones, like sensors in the sides, so that way when I go like this and I start talking to you like, hey Rika, you guys can hear me pretty well. But the color, see the color, I'm still trying to figure out what I like because, all right, so let's just do this. So this is picture profile 1, and we're just gonna switch, and then you guys are gonna just have to tell me, all right, in the comments, that little eye up there, or that little eye up there is what you guys are gonna have to vote in, or tell me in the comments. All right, so this is picture profile 1. Now this is picture profile 2. So it looks like it's a little less saturated. All right, and this one's 3, I believe. It's a little bit more faded. Zoe, where you going? Peacing out? So this is 3. Hey D, you're a good indicator because you're so blonde. Yep. Now we're getting into more of that, I guess, more cinematic feel. So this is 4. Sorry, I couldn't count for a second. We got picture profile 4. And now we have picture profile 5, which I kind of feel is a pretty decent one. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to tell. I probably should have showed this on my face too, but whatever. If you guys can like the other one, it's all the same. So this is, what did I say, 5? This is 5. And continuing down the line, this is 6. Nope, this is not a toy. Everyone thinks this is a toy. Rika's going after, this is not a toy. So yeah, this one's a little bit more matted. You know, the saturation is down a lot. All right, so even more matted, this is 7. And I've been noticing, I'll show you something else too, what I was gonna get, but I feel like now that, because you guys decided that we're gonna start shooting in 60 frames per second, minus, you know, every once in a while, we're gonna do some cinematic stuff at 24. Anyway, so this is that one. This is 7, picture profile 7. One more, I think there's one more. So this one's 8, and I feel like this is the most matted of all of them. And it's a lot darker. So I feel like it's definitely got that cinematic feel, and I'm sure I can make it different. But I don't know, I kind of like the vibrance. But then a part of me likes the little bit more matted kind of thing. But at the end of the day, that's up to you what you guys want anyway. But I have noticed that now I've gotten better since, that's what I was trying to say. Now that I'm shooting in 60 frames per second, per your guys' request, I've noticed that it's not as like jiggly and jittery and stuff like that because of the fact there's more frames per second. But once I get the other lens off there, off of this one, has a better stabilizer, it's gonna be even better because I was gonna get, let's just get on the profile that I like.
Kayla and I got together for lunch today because not only are we hungry, actually it's like dinner almost. My birthday is this weekend, and so we're gonna go and hang out at Caitlin's house, and we're hanging by the pool and maybe take out the boat. So we're just kind of like talking about what we wanted to do and like what food to bring. But it's interesting, it's my 31st birthday, and like a huge part of me was like, I want to do something huge and crazy, and then another part of me was like, I don't really want to do anything too crazy. I just want to have a relaxing day with my friends and family and just forget that I'm turning 31, which is, I don't think that crazy, right? No, it's not.
What I was saying is that I got this, which is what Frankie told me that I should get. It's this, what is it called? Xiaofion? I don't know how to pronounce it. A pretty awesome gimbal. It's the one that he uses. But here's the thing. I wanted to get this as a way to make things not so jittery and jiggly for you guys, but at the same time, I figured it'd be cheaper just to get that lens. Actually, it is a lot cheaper than keeping this thing. And this thing is so heavy and so bulky, it just isn't practical. But the quality is much better. As you probably could tell, the last couple clips where we're like walking around, That was the G7X Mark II. This is the Sony A63000, so 6300 or whatever you want to call it. I never thought I'd go to the dark side with Sony. I've always been a Canon guy. They're totally different things. Sony and Canon. To me, Canon was the good side and Sony was like the evil side. What I think it was is that the sound is awful on all the Sonys, like the Sony VX1000 or whatever, the one that's equivalent to the G7X Mark II. It was like kind of really obnoxious as far as sound wise for such a small thing when I could just use the Canon. But now that I'm stepping up everything and I got shotgun mic, it doesn't even matter. The problem, like I was saying, is that it doesn't have a zoom feature, but when you're vlogging, you really shouldn't be zooming anyway. It should be on your face. But now I can just say that one time I'm gonna need to actually do it, I'm not gonna be able to. So now you can see what I was talking about. You utilizing a new area? Yes. Oh, by the way, guys, want to see something cool? It's actually working. If you look carefully, it looks like it's actually spreading. This actually might work. Anyway, the other day I went to the store and I got sidetracked and I got Rika a new harness because she's bigger. I don't want her walking out the door because right now she's scared, but if I pick her up and put her outside, that might be a little bit better. We're gonna try to get Rika on a leash and a harness. And our long trip, our long road to be able to walk with us, hopefully. You ready to come outside? Out. Right. Job. Gotta make sure you don't fly out of it.
Look at that tail, it's going crazy. The dip of the butt. She doesn't know she likes it. You, of course,
literally
pink, the most obnoxious.
Well, they didn't have black.
The most obnoxious color.
There you go, you're free. She's doing a little crawl. It's a slither. Alright, Rick, let's try this. Step 1, getting it on you. Step 2, let's go outside. So what we're trying to do is carry out here because I don't want her to think that she can walk out the door because she's terrified. So right now she always associates us picking this up. All right, ready? There you go. That's the first time she's ever been on the ground. Never been in the grass. You're on the grass. This is gonna be a long process.
I know. Now I know a lot of people have like outside cats, but we just don't want to lose her. And I think she's a little too afraid to be outside by herself. And she's so little too, I don't know how well that would go.
Plus it's funnier and cooler to have a cat on a leash and walk with a bunch of dogs.
Here's that happy tail. That's a good sign.
I don't know if it's happy tail or pissed off tail.
Have you not noticed?
It's still in my head. I didn't know that was the whole time.
Yes.
Oh, got your ass. He's getting a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Testing the leash. Like, this is weird. This is the opposite side. Look at the lizards. I guarantee if she sees a lizard, her mind's gonna explode. You are not to eat lizards, okay? Kitten on her first walk.
I have a twin sister. She lives in Canada. I want to introduce you guys to her. This is Nadia.
Hey guys, how are you?
Anything you want to say, Nadia?
Hey vlog, how you guys doing?
Can you guys see the striking resemblance?
We got
right there?
sisters over here. Well guys, after editing this video, I realized the camera was all over the place. I still have no idea what's going on. That lens that I just got was worse. Apparently it's not opening. I don't know what's going on. The aperture, the part that lets the sun in or the light in is not doing so. Eventually I'm gonna get it, but there's a lot to do with it. This is so easy. I just turn it on, point and shoot, no brainer. That one's like, all right, you have to sit down and watch 40 minutes of YouTube videos, which is, I'm not exaggerating, it's what I've been watching.
That's not a lie.
That's definitely not a lie. But as you saw, we just finished up doing some of the FaceTimes, the Skype calls, if you will, for the Patreon group that we have going on. If you have no idea, I'll put on the link down there. Basically, it's a way you guys can contribute to the CTFXC, and as a thank you, we give you things. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's just patreon.com/CTFXC. It's down there. But coming full circle, I just have to say thank you to the last few people from the Patreon group for the shout outs for February. First is Terry Ruiz,
Bobby
Johnny Bullets, Karen and Renee Stevens,
Alistair Sparham, Gabby Lands.
and last but not least, Patrick and Cannon. Thank you guys so much for an awesome February. I will see you guys tomorrow as always.
We love you.
Love you.
Oh, that's so
Bye.
sweet.